7 years old Benita had always been a bright and cheerful child, her laughter filling every corner of their small home. But one night, that brightness dimmed. She awoke from a nightmare, tears rolling down her face, her small body trembling with fear. She had dreamt of her father, Paul, having a terrible accident on his way to work. The next morning, as Paul prepared for his day, Benita clung to his leg, her wide eyes filled with a mixture of fear and urgency. "Daddy, please don't go to work today," she pleaded, her voice quivering. "I had a bad dream." "You had an accident." Paul knelt down to her level, ruffling her hair with a gentle smile. "Oh, sweetheart, it was just a bad dream." "I'm going to be fine," he assured her, though the worry in her eyes made his heart ache. "Daddy, please." Benita insisted, her grip tightening. "Promise me you'll stay home." Paul sighed, looking into his daughter's earnest eyes. "Benita, I can't stay home. I have to go to work. But I promise I'll be careful, okay?" "Benita, can you please stop? This is your dad's promotion week, and if he fails to be at work, he won't be promoted," Abby, Benita's mom, pleaded. "Exactly, my dear, so I have to go, please," Paul added. Tears welled up in Benita's eyes, but she nodded reluctantly. "Okay, Daddy, but please be safe." Paul hugged her tightly before heading out the door. As he drove to work, Benita's words echoed in his mind. He felt a sense of unease, but he brushed it aside. It was just a dream, he told himself. Hours passed, and Benita spent the day anxiously waiting for her father to return. She kept glancing at the clock, her heart heavy with worry. When evening fell, and Paul still hadn't come home, Benita's fears turned to panic. The phone rang, shattering the silence. Benita's mother, Abby, answered, her face going pale as she listened to the voice on the other end. "Oh no," she whispered, her hand trembling as she hung up the phone. Benita ran to her mother, her eyes wide with dread. "Mommy, what happened? Is Daddy okay?" Abby knelt down, tears streaming down her face as she gathered Benita into her arms. "Sweetheart, there was an accident. Your dad is in the hospital." "No!" Benita screamed, her tiny fists pounding against her mother's chest. I told him not to go." Abby held her tightly, her own heart breaking as she tried to console her daughter. "I know, baby. I know you did. I'm sorry we doubted you," she pleaded in tears. They rushed to the hospital, the ride feeling like an eternity. When they arrived, they were met by a solemn-faced doctor who led them to Paul's room. He lay there, connected to various machines, his body bruised and battered. Benita ran to his side, tears streaming down her face. "Daddy, please wake up. I'm so sorry. I tried to stop you. Please wake up." Paul's eyes fluttered open, and he managed a weak smile. "Hey there, my jewel," he whispered, his voice strained. "I'm going to be okay. You did your best to warn me. I'm so proud of you." Benita sobbed, holding his hand. "I was so scared, Daddy. I thought I lost you." Paul squeezed her hand gently. "I'm still here, Benita. Thanks to you. I'm going to be more careful from now on." Benita nodded, her tears subsiding as she felt a glimmer of hope. She stayed by his side, holding his hand tightly, vowing never to let go. Days turned into weeks, and slowly, Paul began to recover. The accident had been a wake-up call, a reminder of how fragile life could be. He cherished every moment with his family, grateful for the second chance he had been given. But one sad evening, as Benita sat by her father's bedside, holding his hand as she had done every day since the accident, she noticed a change. Paul's breathing grew labored, his grip on her hand weakening. "Daddy?" Benita whispered, with tears in her eyes. "Are you okay?" Paul managed a faint smile, his voice barely a whisper. "I'm sorry, my jewel. I should have listened to you." "Daddy, no," Benita pleaded, her voice trembling. "Please don't leave me." Paul's eyes closed, and his hand slipped from Benita's hand. The monitors around him emitted a steady tone, the sound echoing in the silent room. Benita collapsed onto her father's chest, her tears falling freely as she hugged him one last time. "I love you, Daddy," she whispered, her voice breaking. "I'm sorry I couldn't save you." Since that tragic day, Benita found it difficult to escape the trauma and pain of losing her father. The memory of her desperate attempts to warn him haunted her, leaving an indelible mark on her young heart. She clung to the memories they had shared, cherishing each moment, but always wishing she could have done more to protect him. Thanks for watching. Please ensure to like, subscribe, and comment what you think about this story. Bye for now.